Hello everyone, welcome to today's show. We'll tell you about losing track of time in the 5 to 6 days since Danny left. Hopeful anticipation turned to rage, especially as Peter and his buddy sleep like they are in a gym. Imagine Danny enjoying himself while they toil. Peter can't eat, seeing others eat makes him want to cry. To help ease the prisoner's mental burdens, the professor invites a priest for a heartwarming career planning seminar. It's like a job fair, but with more chains. Hearing the priest's questions, Peter was stunned and shouted, "Isn't this an experiment? Why so many questions?" He just wants to see his parents. The professor pretends to comfort, secretly having guards label Peter Mr. Uncooperative. Hearing the outsiders keep repeating that, Peter finally lost it, burying his head in his hands and wailing, "I haven't even killed a chicken." "They lie," the professor calmly replies. "I know. This prison's a big renovation. Peter, just a participant." The professor decided that Peter should exit the prisoner circle. After all, they need a new researcher to spice up the show. Peter's breaking point has been reached, and he must exit. The professor sums it up nicely. "Let's bring in the new prisoner, David." Meanwhile, the other prisoners completely ignore the drama and feast away. David refuses this inhumane treatment and finds himself tossed into the isolation. Day 5 in prison's gone. What a life. The guard threatens David, "Eat the sausage or stay in the black room." The professor's been away for days. Helen visits for a checkup, catching Gray wanting parole, a family reunion. Helen stands quietly observing, eavesdropping on Gray's words, the entire scenario unfolding before her like a tragic comedy. Gray sees himself as a prisoner, accustomed to injustice after just 5 days. His only wish, to celebrate his birthday outside. Who says prisoners can't party? The researcher counters, "If you think prison is wonderful, why not celebrate your birthday here? Don't the guards want to give you an unforgettable birthday?" Gray, the veteran in crime, wants to celebrate his own birthday but can't muster the courage. What a tragedy. "Everyone must pay for their actions," says Old Black. As a hardened criminal, he just wants to acknowledge his wrongdoings instead of plotting. Old Black commences reading Gray's criminal record, while Helen watches on in awe, utterly captivated by this enthralling drama. Gray doesn't dispute it, he's accustomed. Helen feels absurdity, everyone knows they're acting, yet they're more real. Helen and Gray are in a heated argument, with tears in Gray's eyes. Of course, his request is denied, and before he leaves, Helen asks him a question. She asks if he'd give out $500 daily for freedom. Gray agrees instantly, a truly easy choice. In heated debate, Old Black sees it's not good and sneaks away after Gray leaves. As a true ex-con, Old Black knows how it feels to sit there. He can't take it anymore, and Helen agrees it's twisted. He definitely won't spill what he said to others. His research colleague tells the professor, "You're experimenting on people, and now you feel like you're part of it too." The researcher thinks continuing the experiment is unnecessary. The result is guessed. When the shift ends, John learns that the new inmate was locked in the black room all day just because he refused to eat the sausage off the floor. John is flabbergasted, questioning, can David seriously go without food this whole time? David's point is solid. His contract clearly states he has no obligation to act like a prisoner. John, after hearing this, blows up. After 5 days of adapting to the prisoner code of conduct, he can't stand the new guy daring to rebel. "You think you can get away with this in court?" He yells, "You don't understand, kid. Don't think you can escape." He continues threatening, "You can only eat those sausages. Listen to me." As John prepares to escort Helen out, she sees the prisoners being tormented, yet the professor casually asks, "Isn't everything going just great?" Helen's confused, challenging, "What are you doing?" "Innocent 18-year-olds suffer while we meet. All blame falls on the professor. They fear him." The professor hurriedly explains to Helen that his understanding of the prisoners has changed. He's becoming a bit nice now. "Oh my God, Professor, you're crossing a line. These aren't prisoners, they're just boys." The professor realizes he's hurting the kids, yet still wants to continue this experiment. It's a complete joke. Helen feels helpless. The professor was so focused on the experiment results at the monitor until Helen suggested he focus on the humans involved. He realizes that these punishments aren't really to make prisoners obedient, but the mood swings impact now the prisoners' behavior depends on whether the professor had coffee today. It's such a twisted environment. Dobbs obediently listens as the professor mutters, "How can you be so slow, man from 2013? This is absurd. You don't know?" The professor questions, "That is just disgusting." This guy totally misunderstood him. Aware. Dobbs smiles back. He understands the professor's misconception about him. He spent the summer living in his car just to pay for tuition, and there's no refund in sight. Seeing Dobbs so obedient gives John a terrible idea. He opens the black room to have Dobbs insult David. To his surprise, Dobbs rebels. "I don't want to curse at others." The things Dobbs has been through made him the most socially aware among the group, such an incredible person who understands God, yet he never loses his morals. Meanwhile, John relentlessly pressures him to cuss. Seizing the moment, John attempts to rally the others to isolate Dobbs. Classic schoolyard bullying right here.